Welcome to the forensic breakdown of Apple Incorporated, trading under the ticker symbol Apple on the Nasdaq exchange. While retail investors blindly chase the $4 trillion valuation illusion, official regulatory disclosures reveal a highly classified battle for existential survival. The mainstream financial media has aggressively pushed a catastrophic narrative, claiming that Apple is rapidly losing its grip on the critical Chinese market to local competitors. However, a forensic extraction of the latest quarterly filings exposes this narrative as a statistical fabrication designed to shake out weak retail hands. In reality, mandatory regional revenue segmentations show an unprecedented and explosive 38% year-over-year surge in the Greater China region. This aggressive acceleration pushed Chinese regional net sales to a staggering $25.5 billion in a single quarter. We are witnessing an absolute decimation of the prevailing bearish thesis, but this revenue anomaly is only half of the Eastern equation. To understand the true quantitative masterstroke, we must pivot our analysis away from consumer demand and focus strictly on the supply chain architecture. Corporate management is executing a ruthless, multi-billion-dollar strategic pivot to systematically decouple its manufacturing dependency from the Chinese mainland. Behind the noise of new product launches, Apple has rapidly escalated its production capacity in the Indian subcontinent. Currently, 1 out of every 4 iPhones manufactured globally is rolling off an assembly line located in India. This aggressive 25% geographic diversification represents a brilliant geopolitical hedge against the looming threat of devastating international trade tariffs. By establishing this massive Indian production shield, the corporate treasury has effectively neutralized one of its most severe macroeconomic vulnerabilities. This silent transition is a textbook example of quantitative risk mitigation, insulating the underlying cash flows from catastrophic geopolitical shocks. Yet, as we will uncover in the next phase of our forensic audit, this supply chain mastery masks a deeply disturbing hardware revenue contraction. Beneath the geopolitical maneuvers, the raw fundamental metrics reveal a severe hardware deceleration that retail analysts are completely ignoring. A forensic extraction of the product segment data exposes a brutal 7% year-over-year contraction in Mac hardware revenues. Mac net sales bled down to $8.38 billion, driven by an accelerating collapse in premium laptop and desktop demand. To the untrained eye, this hardware decay looks like a catastrophic loss of market share, but corporate strategists are playing a completely different game. In early March 2026, the company initiated a highly calculated countermeasure by launching the $599 MacBook Neo. Wall Street models completely misunderstand this aggressively priced, budget-tier device, viewing it as a desperate margin-crushing hardware play. In reality, this low-cost hardware is nothing more than a strategic Trojan Horse designed to infiltrate the lower-income and education demographics. The singular objective of the Neo is not to generate hardware profits, but to forcibly funnel millions of new users into the digital ecosystem. Once trapped inside this ecosystem, these hardware users become highly lucrative, recurring revenue nodes for the services division. This is where the true quantitative masterpiece of the corporate business model is aggressively executed and monetized. While product gross margins hover around 40%, the services division operates at a staggering, monopolistic gross margin of 76.5%. By sacrificing upfront hardware premiums, the company is systematically buying long-term digital subscriptions at a massive discount. This aggressive funneling tactic pushed quarterly services revenue to a record-shattering $30 billion. This is a flawless execution of the razor and blades business model, scaled to a multi-trillion-dollar magnitude. However, maintaining this colossal digital infrastructure requires an unprecedented and hidden explosion in capital expenditures. While mainstream pundits loudly criticize the company for falling behind in the global artificial intelligence arms race, the underlying cash flow statements tell a drastically different story. A forensic audit of the latest operating expenses reveals a staggering 32% year-over-year explosion in research and development spending. In a single fiscal quarter, corporate management quietly incinerated $10.88 billion directly into their R&D furnace. Retail investors mistakenly assume this capital is being wasted on iterative hardware updates, completely missing the massive infrastructural build-out. Official regulatory disclosures explicitly state this spending surge is driven by aggressive investments in infrastructure-related costs and hidden engineering programs. Rather than burning capital on highly publicized, speculative artificial intelligence acquisitions, they are aggressively building a proprietary, closed-loop technological fortress. This $10 billion black box is actively funding the silent expansion of their global data center architecture and custom silicon capabilities. By partnering with external models like Google Gemini to handle basic consumer queries, they temporarily deflect developmental costs while hoarding their own compute power. This calculated delay is a textbook strategy of technological monopolization, letting competitors bleed billions in upfront capital expenditure. Once the infrastructure is flawlessly integrated, they will flip the switch, instantly deploying their proprietary intelligence across 2 billion active devices. This unprecedented scale gives them an insurmountable distribution advantage that no standalone artificial intelligence startup could ever hope to replicate. The financial architecture supporting this stealth expansion is fueled by their monstrous operating cash flow, which hit $53.9 billion this quarter. With this infinite liquidity pool, they possess the terrifying ability to outspend every major rival in deep tech without ever jeopardizing their balance sheet. This is not an organization falling behind in the innovation cycle, it is an apex predator waiting for the optimal moment to strike. However, executing this multi-billion-dollar master plan is entirely dependent on their ability to ruthlessly defend their pricing power against macroeconomic devastation. The global macroeconomic environment has become increasingly hostile, dominated by the aggressive implementation of new international trade tariffs. Retail analysts predicted these sweeping supply chain taxes would inflict catastrophic damage on the company's profitability and severely contract its margins. However, a ruthless extraction of the latest cost of sales data proves this consensus was fundamentally flawed and mathematically incorrect. In the first quarter of fiscal 2026, the corporation absorbed approximately $1.4 billion in direct tariff penalties. A weak organization would have allowed these external macroeconomic shocks to instantly devour their operating income. Instead, management executed a brutal masterclass in monopolistic pricing power, perfectly insulating the bottom line from geopolitical friction. Rather than absorbing the tax, they dynamically shifted their global product mix, aggressively prioritizing high-margin Pro models to offset the newly introduced costs. The quantitative result is nothing short of extraordinary for an enterprise operating at a multi-trillion-dollar scale. Against all macro probabilities, the hardware product gross margin did not contract, but actually expanded from 39.3% to 40.7%. Simultaneously, total consolidated gross margin climbed to an exceptional 48.2%, demonstrating absolute command over consumer pricing elasticity. This margin expansion explicitly proves that their customer base is completely price insensitive, absorbing premium markups without triggering a demand collapse. In the brutal arena of corporate finance, an entity that can increase margins during a global trade war operates as an unassailable monopoly. They have successfully transformed a crippling macroeconomic headwind into an aggressive demonstration of supreme financial resilience. But while the physical supply chain remains fortified against external taxation, a much darker threat is currently mutating within the legal system. Official regulatory disclosures warn of an impending barrage of antitrust litigation that threatens the very core of their high-margin services empire. While the corporate treasury flaunts an impenetrable balance sheet, the most severe existential threat is not macroeconomic, but aggressively regulatory. Deep within the legal contingencies section of the latest mandatory insider filings, a catastrophic legal vulnerability has been quietly acknowledged. The European Commission has already struck the first blow, levying a staggering €500 million penalty against the corporation. However, this initial financial penalty is mathematically insignificant compared to the looming devastation of the Digital Markets Act investigations. Official regulatory disclosures warn of an active escalation regarding third-party developer contracts and alternative application marketplaces. If regulatory authorities deliver a final adverse determination, the subsequent financial punishment will not be a fixed monetary figure. Instead, international regulators wield the terrifying authority to extract up to 10% of the corporation's total annual worldwide net sales. Based on current operational metrics, a maximum penalty would result in the instantaneous obliteration of nearly $40 billion in revenue. This unprecedented legal action is not an isolated geographical anomaly, as the United States Department of Justice is simultaneously executing its own antitrust assault. These coordinated global litigations are surgically targeting the 76% gross margin services monopoly we previously exposed. By forcing the integration of external payment gateways and third-party ecosystems, regulators are actively attempting to break the walled garden architecture. If this foundational architecture crumbles, the aggressive recurring revenue monetization nodes will face severe and immediate margin compression. Retail analysts blindly assume that the corporate legal team can stall these judgments indefinitely through infinite appeals. But forensic accountants know that when global sovereign entities coordinate their regulatory strikes, no corporate fortress is completely immune. As the legal perimeter weakens, an even more terrifying financial anomaly is ticking away directly inside the corporate supply chain. As the legal perimeter weakens, an even more terrifying financial anomaly is ticking away directly inside the corporate supply chain. Buried deep within the commitments section of their latest mandatory insider filings lies a colossal $44.4 billion manufacturing purchase obligation. Retail investors completely ignore this liability, assuming it is amortized smoothly over a long-term horizon. However, forensic analysis reveals a brutal reality. $43.7 billion of this total is payable within the next 12 months. This creates a massive, inflexible liquidity trap bound directly to the success of their upcoming hardware cycles. If global macroeconomic deterioration triggers a sudden collapse in consumer demand, the corporation is still legally bound to honor these colossal manufacturing contracts. An unexpected demand shock would instantly force a massive inventory pileup and a devastating compression of operating cash flows. While their $53 billion quarterly operating cash flow currently masks this threat, it leaves zero margin for error in inventory management. The entire financial architecture is essentially leveraged on the assumption of permanent, uninterrupted hardware supremacy. So, what is the final forensic verdict on the Apple ticker? You are looking at a formidable corporate monopoly executing brilliant geographic supply chain hedges and extracting ruthless ecosystem margins. Yet, it simultaneously faces unprecedented existential threats from coordinated international regulators and a dangerously rigid short-term capital commitment schedule. This is not a safe haven asset, it is a high-stakes battleground where macroeconomic forces will continuously collide with monopolistic power. Now, I demand to know your exact thesis on this technological behemoth. Subscribe to Value Quant right now, and immediately comment below whether you are aggressively buying or relentlessly shorting this stock.